Woo!
Dang.
Man, way to start. So, to let everybody know, we're doing this. This is the first time we're doing it a little bit differently.
Yeah, big different. It almost feels a little bit weird.
We have, yeah, it looks weird. We're doing it we're doing it in the garage. We're welcoming back Caleb to the garage, which is always good. We had all these audio issues, but we think we got it figured out. If you are in the chat, please let us know how audio sounds, because right now at this point we're
flying by the seat of our pants.
We're swimming in unknown waters here. We have no idea.
No headphones on. We're gonna run a one mic system and one camera. Which, by the way, I don't know if you knew this. I sure as heck didn't. So the reason why it took us so long to get started today was we were trying to set up the camera, just business as usual. Yeah. But for whatever reason, it would just only stay focused to you, which is fine. I get it. You're the star of the show and all that cool stuff. But no, it was frustrating. And so Ryan, I mean, you just had this great idea. What if it's Edge? What if Edge is dumb? Which doesn't make sense. But so we got rid of Edge and...
Isn't it weird? So what we were running into is that on the camera that we have on the DSLR that we're using now, it shows that we're in crystal clear,
like perfect in frame, like
perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, Julia, what's up? Julia, let me know if you can hear our audio and everything. Okay. Again, we're not running no headsets, no anything, so we don't know what our audio sounds like at all. Yeah. So please, Julia, let us know what it sounds like. We were not in frame on the screen, like on the stream when we tested it out.
Yeah. And you may have saw that earlier today. We tried to do a little bit of a test, but
so we did. You sure can, loud and clear. Awesome.
Love
perfect.
That.
So what we're running into is that nothing in this picture right here was in frame. Everything it was in frame. It was
not
blurry.
Focused.
Not focused. Terrible. Excuse me. Not focused.
And then the focus would just shift like a random all over the screen. It was completely random.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense.
No. And so I didn't know why it was happening. And so I was like, what if it's Microsoft Edge?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know why it would be Microsoft Edge, but I was like, what if we try? Lo and behold, we tried, and I loaded up Google Chrome, and now it works flawlessly. So I don't know why Microsoft Edge would cause it to, like, it wasn't processing the data.
It just like freaked out. I don't know. So Microsoft Edge, if you're ever, maybe we should do like a tech tips next time you guys are using a DSLR and it doesn't look right. Make sure you're not using Edge because I don't know, Edge boo boo.
Bro, I can never figure out these cigar games. Like, I don't know why it's like half of it's working, half of it's not working.
I feel it's like my cigar junior. It's like a little mini cigar,
a little baby one. I know, a little frustrating, but we are back, Julia. Thanks, we are good. Thank you. So we weren't here last week. We had a lot going on in our lives, and Caleb moved a little bit. He moved to a different place, to a bigger place.
What did you end up getting to this last week?
I was on vacation.
Oh, okay. Come on now.
I was on vacation.
What'd you do?
I hung out at the house. Didn't work. It felt good not to work. I didn't work, and I wanted to take a break. With everything going on, I just wanted to just relax and not have to deal with the stress of work. So that was kind of nice. It is coming up to an end, so I'm a little sad on that point. But overall, it was pretty relaxing. I didn't do a whole lot. Hung out with the kids. Did some shopping. I bought a third monitor like I needed to, which is good. But yeah, I had fun.
What would you say your highlight was? Highlight, and then what was two highlights, and then what's something that you are not happy or that you didn't get done?
Yeah, well, I mean, what happened? So I guess highlights was just being able to sleep in and have silence. Like, my kids were at school too, so I got to sleep in and not hear anything. I didn't have to hear kids screaming or asking me for shit. It was just kind of peaceful. If I wanted to go out in town and do something, I could go out in town and do something. So that was kind of nice. Being able to get some shopping and some things done I needed to get done is always good. I had a lot of appointments I had to get to, and more to come. But it was pretty good. The one thing I didn't get done, which I think you may know too, is I'm trying to get rims on my car.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. What happened to that? You said that was the one thing you said. I'm getting this done before my vacation's up. What
I
happened?
did not get done. Not get done.
What happened?
So with these rims, so they're just normal rims, and I don't know, you guys can't see them, but they're right over here. I have 3 rims, and the other one, the person who gave it to me, it broke. One of the rims cracked, so it's unusable, right? You can't use it at all. So I had to buy a new one. Well, the problem is the one I needed doesn't come, for some reason they don't have it in that size, which is 20 by 8.5, which I think is like the depth, right? Is the depth of the wheel.
I think so too. I don't know. This uncharted territory for me. I can never
Yeah,
figure
so
wheels
20 is the physical size, right? It's the height of
Yeah.
the wheel, right? It's 20 inches from top to bottom. The by 8.5 or by 10 or whatever is the depth of the
Got
wheel.
it. Cool.
So the two of my tires are 20 by 10.
Wow.
The other one that I have is 20 by 8.5. The one that I need is a 20 by 8.5. Nobody can seem to find a 20 by 8.5 rim of that exact rim, obviously.
Yeah.
So what happened is I searched up and down. I had a bunch of companies look for me. Someone found it, but they can only find it in a 20 by 9.
Which probably won't work.
Well, it will work. It's just
What's
the depth. But I can't get 120 by 9 and 120 by 8.5
Yeah.
in the front. It has to be the
That's
same size.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I have to buy 2 of
The
the 20 by 9s. So I was like, all right, whatever, not all that bad. So they found it. Okay, they have to get it from like some outsourced company who does like remanufactured OEMs, which is original manufactured, right? So for everybody who didn't know, OEM is original manufactured. I don't know what the E. Original something manufacturer.
Oh yeah. What is the E? I know.
Chat, tell us in the comments.
Original engine.
Yeah, I know.
What is the? Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
It's the OEM. It's the OEM. That's all I know. So what I need to do is end up buying 2 of these 20 by 9s, and how I
Equipment manufacturer.
Stupid
OEM question.
Original equipment manufacturer. So
Dumb.
What I ended up having to do is I found 20 by 9s. Okay, tell me what the price is of these 20 by 9s. And I was like thinking to myself, realistically, a rim, a high-end rim, couple $100. Maybe I'm thinking like $400 or $500.
Well, it's just not a new car.
It's not brand new, no.
Yeah, so that makes sense. I would say like $300-400.
Mm-hmm.
That's my guess.
So when I called them and like, yeah, we finally got a price. I was like, cool. Let's see if we can get them ordered. He's like, cool. Yep, the price is $1,000.
And I was like, a set, right?
No, for one tire.
What?
One tire. It was one tire or one wheel. Excuse me. One wheel of the 20 by 9 is $1,000 for the wheel, and I need 2 of them, which I initially thought I would only need 1.
Yeah. Now
I need 2 of them, so I'm just not willing to pay $2,000 for 2 rims. I'm just not. I'm just not.
Just your car, bro.
Yeah. It's not.
I'm just kidding.
My car's a little nicer than that, but yeah. So I'm not going to spend $2,000 on 2 rims, and I still need 2 tires on top of that. So the tires are Continental Extremes. I think they're like $350 a piece or something like that. So it's like another $700 plus $2,000. That's almost $3,000 for 2 tires, for 2 rims and 2 tires. There's no way. I'm not paying that. So the hunt continues, and so that's why I'm salty about not doing what I needed to do, because that was on my bucket list to get done this weekend or this week. So sad about that. So that's my one. I wish I could have got done.
The quorums. Well, shoot. Sorry, man. My week's been pretty busy. Did some moving. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry again, guys, for not showing up last week. Would love to know like what your thoughts are about kind of the setting, kind of the setting that we're running, and see if that's something that is more enjoyable. Because I don't know. It's kind of a mood, kind of a vibe. I like the stars, and we got if we wanted to run through something, we can toss it up there. But yeah. So would love that sort of feedback. Apart from that, nothing crazy happened in my life. Just working a ton.
Just working. We got to go back to work on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is looks like it was exploded out the top. If you guys can't see that, but it looks like it's legit exploded out the top here.
Bomb went off.
Yeah. But one of the cool things here that we are going to talk about today, which we know very little of, so full disclosure.
Don't go into this as like a learning experience, because we're gonna wing it as one would.
Yeah. Before we do, I do want to get another drink going.
Sure. Yes. Could you pour me one as well, or do you want me to?
No. Yeah. Let's do that. Tell them what we're making today. This is you, right?
Yeah.
This is you.
So what we're gonna do is make a little gin fizz cocktail. So this is typically what you do is you will have gin added. Can you put mine up to this line right here? Gin, tonic water, a little bit of lemon, some egg whites, and then you top it off with some simple syrup. This is a little cocktail that I made because I don't know. I think that I don't know what my thought was. I think I figured tonic water doesn't have a flavor. Okay, here we go. I remember now. Tonic water is flavorless bubble water.
Yeah, not good.
Analog static.
Analog static.
And I didn't have any lemons available to me, and I thought, well, White Claws are kind of tonic water, but they have flavor, so I could do two of the ingredients in one go. And so that I tried it out, and I'm not gonna lie, I think it's freaking fire. It's a dangerous little drink though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. And then I didn't do egg whites. Egg whites are fun. I did it once. It's kind of filling, just a lot of work. So it's the hybrid. But yeah, that's what we're drinking tonight.
Gin fizzes.
We should call it something else because it's not a gin fizz. It's like I don't know. Whatever.
It's interesting. There you go. That's yours. Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Cheers to you, chat.
So today, and the topic that we're not super knowledgeable on, but are going to give it the old college try. Kind of had me started. So Ryan and I, in our free time these last couple of days, have been playing a lot of Diablo 3. Part of Diablo 3 is just a lot. I don't know if you've ever played it, heard of it. It's a lot of. It's like a rift grinding game. So you just will initiate this rift, and then you just do endless hordes of enemies, and then you get loot and all of that sort of stuff. Well, yeah. I was actually looking at some strategies to be more effective in those rifts, and I don't know what the Oracle needed to see, but I stumbled upon something that happened in Africa. I think it was all the way back in January. I'm super out of touch. Yeah. And so we are going to dive into the rifts that have developed over the last, the quick ones that kind of developed, and then just touch on the ones that have been building in Rift Valley for, I don't know, since before humans, I think is what they said. So
it was in 2005, East Kenya, what they talked about. I got ashes everywhere, guys. Sorry. But yeah, there's a lot of things going on. So ultimately what's happening is Africa, bottom half or corner of Africa,
the eastern
part of Africa, it's going through, and it's literally splitting down the whole corner.
Yeah.
It's cutting a big chunk off of Africa. And it's forming this huge divide that now they're saying water is going to flow through there and ultimately create another continent and another ocean.
That's what I was waiting to talk to you about. Do you think that would be considered another continent, or would it be a chain of islands, similar to Japan's not really a continent, or Madagascar? How big does it have to be considered a continent? That was just a thought that I had. Well, I guess what would you classify it as?
I mean, knowing that we know it's Africa, it's still.
But it's not
Would it then
anymore.
create a Southern Africa?
Yeah, because it's not Africa anymore. It fell off.
Right, but we were all at one point. We were reading at one point. There was no continents. It was just like one
Mega continent.
mega.
What is that? Pangea.
Yeah, and so it's like now we're all continents. We're out now. There's 7 continents, right?
Yeah.
So would it be now an 8th continent? I don't know. Like I don't know.
Like
size wise, what would it?
What makes it a continent?
What makes it a continent? Yeah.
I don't know. That's a question I had to you.
Southern Africa. I don't know.
Or would it be like the Republic of Africa because it's a chain of islands now? Or
yeah.
Who knows? But yeah. So that was just something that caught my attention, and the big thing that spurred it, because that process of like separation and that new ocean has been going on now for quite some time. I think it moves at like 7.5 millimeters a year, and it has been doing so for before us. But this fissure happened so suddenly. It like just split, and so I was just like, "What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that it was it an earthquake? Were the tectonics?"
Well, that's what they say. They say it was
some aliens.
Wouldn't it be cool if it was aliens?
That would be kind of cool.
Aliens are mad. Some shit's going down. They're like, "No, we're about to fucking separate this country."
Or the mole people. The mole people could be real, and they're coming. People? The mole people, the people that live under the ground, like moles.
That's real.
I think so. No, it's like there's like a conspiracy out there that there are people that live under the ground. I think it was. I can't remember where it was. I wish I had my computer in front of me. But yeah, the mole people. That's folklore. Let's take a little Peaky Blinders at that. Let's see the mole people.
Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can pull these up right here. Let me see here.
It's a movie, even.
The Mole People is a movie?
Yeah, bro.
No way. Oh, let's see here.
Oh no, they live in. Oh
shit! These are what they look.
Never mind. Yeah. So yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if I can do this.
That's from the movie.
Oh, this is from the movie.
Mm-hmm. So I guess the mole people it's a real thing, and I guess I didn't want to like be rude, but I guess that's what. It's like there's a whole documentary on that. It's just people that live under New York, I guess. That's weird. I didn't know that.
The mole people are under New York City?
Yeah. There's a documentary on it.
Hold on, let's see if we can do this. Let's see. Mole people documentary. I can spell here. Are these this is like thing right here? Like, let's see if I can do this right here. Hold on. I want to see if I can pull these up. So how long have these mole people been around?
I guess like this is like a real thing. There's just a group of people that live underground under New York. I don't have any sort of recorded documentation. This is like something from the 90s.
Like this right here. I think you guys should be able to see this. Okay.
How did we get here though? I was thinking the mole people was like a conspiracy.
Yeah, me too. Spooky, dumb shit. This is crazy, bro. Yeah.
All this stuff just like going on.
The mole people?
So I guess, yeah, so there was just like a bunch of people that just migrated underneath New York City.
Like, oh, dang, right here. Oh, this is in Las Vegas.
Oh, they have them in Las Vegas too.
Not crazy.
Mm-hmm.
People live under the ground.
But so without that, I was thinking like people that kind of looked like moles or had like mole-like characteristics were digging out from underneath the Earth's core, and that's how the fissures came to be. That's where I'm going.
That's where it's going?
That's where I was going with it. Didn't realize we just drop into something in our own backyard.
Yeah. That's just crazy to me. So many different things. But yeah, I'd like to know what your guys' thoughts are here on the splitting of Africa. But I had this. There was this video that I had up that I thought was interesting that I wanted to share. Here, just a quick little video. Here, look at this. You guys can see this.
But don't fear, it's a natural process and will take at least 50
Oh yeah, should we turn the volume off on this? I don't know if that's something that we should be conscious of.
We can.
So here's just I don't know if you're able to see that.
You can see a little bit of it. Some of it's super bright, but we're looking at a map right now of Africa and where it's splitting off. They said this like happened overnight.
Yeah, and this was reporting from like January. So this is like a recent thing that's happened.
Yeah.
And so I guess what they were initially chalking it up as like a massive tectonic shift. But they're now discovering that it could be some sort of weird erosion that's happening that falls in line with that Valley of the Rifts. But it's amazing how much ground was covered and how quickly it happened. And it really just puts into perspective, and it gives me so many questions. Like, did people feel that? Like, what does that feel like? Would it be an earthquake? Did it register on any sort of like seismometers, or was it just
did that volcanoes too?
Simply just like a split.
Yeah, so splitting off of like Yemen and Kenya,
up in like the Gulf of Mexico, and then working its way all the way south. I wonder if there's any like precious minerals that they could find down in there too. That would,
if there's like any new or like undiscovered minerals.
Yeah, because it could be. I mean, another theory that could have caused it was just like a ballooning of like
tectonic plates
of magma down in the core and just pushing itself up and then causing that sort of surface pressure to split. So there could be a lot of things that were just like really buried deep inside the earth under all that heat and all that pressure that just are now going to be surfaced or could be easily excavated.
This is super just still wild to even think about. I know you guys can't see that too well, but yeah,
I would encourage you to look it up.
Now, yeah, if you haven't done so already, look this up. It's really just kind of wild to look at. These are like huge, like, and it's like breaking off Tanzania, Kenya. Like, look at that. What if your house was there?
Wasn't there a gentleman that had his house like split in half?
Uh-huh. Like, what do you do? You're in there, and all of a sudden, like, you're just walking, and it just starts to like split.
You're taking a nap. And you're a heavy sleeper, and you wake up, and your house is like 100 feet in the opposite direction, and it's like chilly. You're like, what?
Yeah, what is this
going on here?
How hot do you think it is there? Like, how hot inside those like rifts? I think it's like boiling up.
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe at the time, but I don't think it's like super hot. I don't know.
It's just so weird how things happen in
how big nature is.
Yeah, well, and it's like, think about it, we were all one continent at one point, and we split off. So it's like not uncommon that this happens, but in this day and age, where it's like showing here, it's like completely just tearing apart. And this is what they're talking. This is what I think you were talking about, how it's like lifting.
Oh, yeah, the little air bubble is like.
Yeah, and now it's causing this huge rift, which now is going to have water flowing through it
and then collapsing from the center out.
Here's the craziest part. What kind of, if there does like water gets in there, what kind of wildlife is in the water?
It would like create a whole new ecosystem.
Yeah,
because it'll be all land. Yeah, you could have. What would live in this new ocean? Would it like have any sort of insane impact on like the environment or the ecosystems around there, or would it just simply be just like a warmer second Atlantic?
Yeah.
Right? That's the Atlantic that's over there?
Yep.
Cool. I know my oceans.
Yeah. Pacific's on our side. We're Atlantic, or they're Atlantic on the east side. So a super swell, an African super swell.
I love these like dramatizations. Like the little.
Look, you're like dry. They fill that up with like rocks and dirt. Like they literally went through, filled it up with rock and dirt, and that they're driving over that. Bro, can you imagine falling down there?
No. How deep is it?
Falling all the way down there.
How deep do they go? What's the deepest portion? Let's find out. What is the deepest rift?
Look at that. How would you drive over that? They filled it with rocks and dirt. They're like, here you go.
I'd jump it, bro. What you mean?
It's quickly fixed. It's like completely split off from Africa. Like, I would like to know how far that gap actually is. They said it was several kilometers, which is crazy. If you guys can't hear, I have frogs that are hiding behind my tree or something outside. But Julia, tell me, how do you like this setup compared to our other setup? I would be interested to know. Same thing with you, chat.
Bro, it varies from anywhere between hundreds to thousands of meters deep at any given point in the rift.
In what, this one?
Just in general. I'm still looking for the 2023.
Which is super interesting. What would you do if this happened here in the States?
I think it would be pretty cool.
If it like cut off,
hopefully that nobody got hurt or anything.
Well, someone's getting hurt.
No,
how is it possible that no one gets hurt?
I moved them.
You said, "Hey,
superpowers.
Hey, guys, in about 10 minutes, we got some rifts going on.
Let's go left, right. Doesn't matter. The spot is bad news.
You're going left. You're going right. I'm gonna keep you guys alive.
Yeah. Where would it split? Because if it was the same length as
here's a better question: where would you want it to split?
Dude, don't do this to me. This is how we get in trouble.
Where do you want it to split? Do you want to split it? You want to split it just straight up and down, or you want to go horizontal?
I don't know. Let me think. Because
we're talking collectively, not a specific state, but collectively as the United States. Where do you want to split? You want to diagonal it? Would you diagonal it all the way from Washington to Florida, or New York to California or Texas?
Or what if you just like did it like from Washington to New York, just like across the Canadian border?
Just separate,
make the Great Canadian Lakes, or like I don't know, like where would I put that?
I don't know where I would put it. I don't know. I have no idea where I'd put it. Right down the middle.
I would say right there, vertically,
right.
Vertically down the middle. I think is what I would do.
Vertically down the middle from
the middle of Tejas,
from like the Great Lakes down to Texas.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool because we would still have the
country. How would you get there?
Bridges, bro.
Just have massive,
big old bridges. Yeah,
just have mile-long bridges.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. Or we can do a little hooty hoo around Florida, send them out to the sea. Just kidding.
We love you, Florida. Don't worry.
Yeah, you guys are cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Super interesting stuff, but I don't know if I would want to separate the United States. I think that's just kind of funky. But I would like to do what we're starting to do with these podcasts. We want to start to we want to get a little bit creative on how we're doing these. And I know we've spoken about it before of doing half-hour increments and doing a part 1 and a part 2, splitting them up into half hours, which we are at the half-hour mark now. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a little break. We're going to come back here, and we are going to run a part 2.
Okay.
Run that.
Let's do it.
Let's run it back. Thanks for showing up. Stand by. We'll be back here. We're going to take a quick little break, and we will see you guys here in just a bit.